Hi Aries, welcome to Distilled Tarot. My name's Shannon and I'll be guiding you through today's reading. This is going to be for the new moon on October 16th, taking us through the next full moon on Halloween, October 31st. So, we're going to do a full spread, clarify each card, and then pull some oracle cards to close us out. Let's see what our Aries are going through. All right. First up, we have the Page of Swords. So you're anticipating a message, or you're going to be communicating with someone. You're planning to have a talk with someone or reach out to someone, or you're expecting that from someone else. What is the challenge in this situation? What challenge does Aries face with this communication? Challenge is the King of Pentacles, King of Presents in this deck. We're using the Nightmare Before Christmas deck today. So the challenge is that you really want to get all your ducks in a row and be in control of the whole situation. It's not always possible. This being a challenge that you need to overcome tells me that you're going to need to try and relinquish some of that control, or become more comfortable with not being able to control every facet of the situation as this communication rolls out. Okay, you are focusing on the Five of Pentacles in reverse and the World in reverse. So you want to bring something to completion that has been bothering you for some time. You'd been forced to put something on hold for a while, and it was very close to completion, and this loose end or unfinished business is something that has your full attention right now. Let's take a look at your recent past. In the recent past, we have the King of Swords, King of Needles. So yeah, you'd been wanting to really watch what you say, be very judicious about the words you use, very wise in your communication. But again, with this element of control. The energy of the environment around you is the Ten of Cups in reverse, Ten of Potions in reverse. This is saying that no one is going to get exactly what they want out of this situation. That if you put too high a price on getting the exact outcome that you are wishing and hoping for on an emotional level, that you're going to be disappointed. So prepare for compromise. Let's look at the near future. What is going to be coming up in the near future for our Aries with this communication? What is coming up in the near future for Aries in this communication, please? Two of Cups, Two of Potions. There's going to be an emotional component that comes in with the preparation of when you're deciding how to communicate this. It's going to be very the way that it's presented is going to be very balanced emotionally between what you want and what they want. And you'll have the benefit of empathetic understanding, or an innate kind of understanding about how you can get a win-win situation out of this. Your advice, let's see, we have 3. The 4 of Swords in reverse, the 9 of Pentacles in reverse, and the 7 of Wands in reverse. So you're going to be completing your reflection and review of this. You'll have before going into it, you need to have your mindset solid, stable. Take the time that you need in order to fully reflect and get, like if there's any areas of this that don't quite make sense to you, or you feel like you might stumble over if you're just thrown into the situation, the advice is to take some extra time with that. Because once you do, you won't need to be defensive. They won't be, their defenses will be down as well, because the way that you present it won't be tied in so much to me, what can I get out of this? And even if you're not overtly like on the surface discussing those sorts of things, that the tone will be different, because you will have spent the appropriate time reflecting on this, and you'll get the result that you want. Make sure that your emphasis isn't too much on the money side of things or the material side of things. And it isn't too much on just the exact outcome that you would prefer. It's okay to have an outcome that you prefer here. What I'm saying is, the way that you present this communication, you will be much more likely to achieve your goal if you present it in a way that does not emphasize your end goal, if that makes sense. Because if you do, their defenses will come up. If it's like they're already anticipating being maybe pressured into something, or your way of doing things, so their guard will be up if your tone or your emphasis is too heavy on the result that you believe is the ideal result. The energy coming in to support you that you don't see coming, it's going to take you by surprise. Ace of Presents. This is a solid, stable, newness, new beginning in something. It's telling me that you're going to be surprised at how successful, or the way in which this is going to be successful. Like, even if it doesn't have the exact outcome that you're looking for, the opportunity that arises through this interaction is going to be something very, what do I want to say here? It's a beneficial opportunity. It's, even if you didn't see it coming, which in this case you won't. It's going to be a big deal. This new opportunity or offer that's going to be presented to you, we'll see what comes out in the clarifiers. I'm trying to tune in to get a little bit more detail on that opportunity, because don't we all want to know? All right, your hopes and fears in this situation is the Knight of Wands, Knight of Candles. So you're really hoping that everyone involved is going to be passionate or be just as passionate as you are in the situation. And tied in with that, you're also afraid that it won't turn out that way, that other people won't share your vision, they won't share your motivation. Just be careful of that, because hopes and fears is telling you like that's something that could hold you back and is not necessarily it doesn't need to impact the situation if you don't let it. All right, an eventual outcome is the Three of Wands, which is your ship's coming in. It says you've enacted the plan and things will be rolling forward. Things will be underway. The other moving parts to your plan will start coming toward you because you will have taken these first steps to get the ball rolling. So that's super encouraging and exciting. Let's see, bottom of the deck, we have the Two of Pentacles in reverse. So some of you are also going to need to stop juggling so much. Maybe streamline the plan a little bit. Simplify. I'm getting simplify. Okay. Now we'll pull some clarifiers. First, we'll take a look at the overall situation. This Page of Needles. Clarifying, we have the Seven of Wands in reverse. So yeah, again, like not being defensive. We had that in your advice as well. With the, let's see, another way to put this is not just defensiveness, but it's like going into a conversation expecting that the other person is not going to agree with you. The way that you present it can actually cause them to not agree with you. Do you know what I mean? Like the words that you use or your expressions or your emotion that you convey, like the tone of the tone that you use when you're communicating. Just be vulnerable, be genuine. Don't assume any particular outcome, and that will lead or set the tone for the conversation that the other person will be open-minded as well. Okay, let's take a look and clarify what's challenging you in the situation. We have the King of Pentacles challenging you, Ace of Cups in reverse. So you don't want to be disappointed again. You are so emotionally pinned to how great you foresee the outcome, the potential in this. That's what's motivating you to really crack down and try and control the situation, because it's so important to you, and you may have seen opportunities like this wasted in the past. And so you recognize the opportunity. Your challenge is to not let that overshadow the situation, because everyone else in the situation will be coming to this with fresh eyes. So don't taint the outcome by, again, don't expect defeat. All right, in your focus, yeah, you want victory. Clarifying your focus, we have the Six of Wands. So you're really wanting to be victorious. You're aiming for other people to recognize your point of view. You're aiming for other people to recognize the validity in what you're saying and what you want to, how you want to go about doing this. In your recent past, clarifying the King of Swords, we have the Seven of Swords in reverse. So you got very nitty-gritty in evaluating other people's actions and motivations really dissecting things because you were weeding out people whose motivations were not pure, people who were deceitful in some way. So this is all to say your instincts here are not off base. They're based on your life experience, your previous experiences that are similar to this. Just be careful, again, that you're not flavoring your current experience too much based on past hurts or past discretions. Yeah. Okay. The overall energy of the environment around you, this 10 of Cups in reverse, clarified by Strength in reverse. So people are going to be feeling vulnerable. And I think that's part of why the 7 of Wands in reverse has come up twice, because we're being cautioned here to not be too defensive. When you're feeling vulnerable, that's when your strong defense mechanisms really come out to play. So everyone in the situation is going to be feeling vulnerable and coming from a place of knowing that they can't get everything that they want. So that could also make them a bit desperate to some degree. Let's take a look at the near future. We have the Queen of Cups in reverse. So this is, again, it's taking that vulnerability that's going to be just all around you and turning it into a positive by saying vulnerability can be a strength. Vulnerability can be a huge positive to bringing people together. Excuse me. When you share from a very sincere place, that can be a very vulnerable state. So try and drill down and don't just communicate surface level desires, but get to the motivation and be open and vulnerable emotionally. Like anticipating what the other person really wants and needs and being sensitive to that and incorporating that into the way that you communicate this subject, whatever it is that you need to be communicating with this person or group. Empathy is really called for here. All right, in your advice, clarifying the 4 of Swords. So we had the 4 of Swords, the 9 of Pentacles, and the 7 of Pentacles all in reverse. This is really, remember, advocating for you to take your time, reflect. Don't be too occupied by what you want out of the situation independently, just for yourself. And focus on keeping the walls down, yours and the other people's. Clarifying that we have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So it's saying that this pause for reflection is because so much is riding on this. All of this good fortune is ready to, when the wheel turns, it's like going to unlock a lot of positivity and the next chapter for you. And it's waiting to click forward until you complete the evaluation, the reflection that's necessary. Excuse me. Okay. Clarifying the Ace of Pentacles in your surprise energy. what you don't see coming. Why is the Ace of Presents, Ace of Pentacles here? Oh, as I'm shuffling, we have the Ace of Pentacles at the bottom. Why is the Ace of Pentacles here? Okay. Two of Swords in reverse. So this new opportunity is going to facilitate or cause a decision to be made. Something that may have been really difficult for you to decide. But by this new opportunity presenting itself or coming in, it kind of makes the decision for you. Or it just makes the decision so easy that it's like not even a decision anymore. Let's clarify your hopes and fears, this Knight of Wands. Why is the Knight of Wands here in the hopes and fears? Clarifying, we have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So you've been so passionately moving toward your goal, and your hope is that everyone else will be on the same page and share your passion for this. Reason why is that you've invested a lot and you're hoping that it pays off. And you've been waiting to see if it pays off, and it's a concern of yours. It's weighing on you. A caution to not hang up your expectation of success too much on whether or not other people share your passion, that it won't be like don't let that become a stumbling block. Like waiting for other people to get on board with your plan. There will be like everyone else is going to have their own motivation, and they can be just as invested as you are in this situation, but they're going to be coming from their own motivation. So when you're preparing all of this communication, leave space for other people's motivations. Don't assume that the only way to your goal is the path that you've taken, right? We can get to the same destination together by taking different paths, metaphorically speaking. Okay. In your eventual outcome, this Three of Wands. Tell me more about the Three of Wands. Yeah. So getting everyone, getting the ball rolling, getting the project off the ground so that the other necessary moving pieces are all in motion will necessitate some part of the plan becoming separate. So this could be you needing to separate yourself from other individuals or organizations that you'd been a part of, that you had been with, that you would be now separating yourself from that. Or it could be vice versa, that you are still in the group or organization or project, and that in order for things to start moving forward, other people may need to be excluded who are currently included. All right, bottom of the clarifier deck, we have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So this is really needing reflection on how you attract resources. Yeah. I feel like it's just echoing what we've already discussed. The resources, the project, the moving pieces of the puzzle that are going to, or the machine that's going to start, you know, ticking forward to unleash this good fortune and potential good fortune monetarily as well. That it really is going to need that reflection and a special eye at how you attract other people to your way of seeing things. All right. Now we're going to close off with a few oracle cards. We're going to start with the Affirmators deck. What messages can we get for Aries as they are reflecting on this communication and trying to get this project off the ground, bringing everyone together? Okay, we have clarity. Stopping to listen to my inner self, I can easily separate my intuition from my mental chatter. The clarity of my intuition is a sweet, simple fruit that tastes familiar, and the mental chatter is a confusing, bitter rind that I shall peel off and chuck into the garbage or compost heap if your mental chatter happens to be organic. Yeah. Separate out all the unnecessary thoughts and just simplify, really simplify. Okay, next we're going to pull from the Fear Nothing Oracle deck by Amy Chase. We have Black Out the Media. This feels like de-emphasizing what you think other people think about the situation. Like paying too much attention to the comments you're getting on social media, if you're posting this communication online or putting some sort of communication out there for public consumption. Like, just focus on what you are putting out and less on how it's being received. Make sure that you're being genuine and you're showing that true inner strength that you have, the belief that you have in this particular subject, and just share from a genuine place, and then how other people receive it is going to be up to them. Okay, next we're going to pull from the Halloween Oracle. We have Skull of Darkness, Blind Spots. So this is just calling up your blind spot. That this is going to be, like, you don't even see it coming, how great an opportunity this is going to be, and that it's going to simplify things that feel complicated right now. Like, I get a feeling it's going to be like a curveball. Some sort of opportunity is going to be presented to you that is out of left field. And it's going to be like, oh, well, I hadn't expected that at all. So just stay open to that. Don't be too eye on the prize of the goal that you're moving toward, that you have blinders on to the new opportunity. Because sometimes if you veer off the path that you could only see one path forward, you've been very focused on your path, your intended path that you want or that you're planning for. So yeah, the end result, that feels like this as well. So like moving on your path and getting the ball rolling may mean you veering off your original path. this opportunity that's going to be presented to you, or it could just be like a eureka moment that occurs to you. Like maybe it's not an outside person that comes in and hands you an opportunity or reaches out to you with an offer, although that's more likely, I think. But it could also manifest as like you just happen to consider a totally new script, a totally new plan. And so just be open to the situation as it unfolds, and try to see the potential in the newness, even if it means scrapping the old plan, no matter how good the old plan was, because the new opportunity could be much, much better. But the one way that you'll be able to discern if this is the opportunity that I'm talking about, or that the cards are talking about, is whether it simplifies things for you. If this new opportunity, if some new thing comes in that would really simplify things for you, then that's going to be something that you should really pay attention to and consider. So if it's a new opportunity that comes in and it feels like it just complicates things, that's not this, okay? All right, last one. We're going to pull from the Making Magic deck. We have achievement, win the award, accolade, or contract. So that's your supportive energy, that what you put your mind to, you can achieve. You have the potential and the support here to win what you're focusing on, to win, to be victorious. All right. Good luck. I look forward to our next reading and see how things unfold for the end of the month. So these energies are going to be playing out most likely through the next couple of weeks, at least until the next full moon, which is going to be on Halloween on October 31st. That's when the next round of readings will come out. If this resonated with you, please give it a like, share, subscribe. I really appreciate you tuning in and supporting the channel. It means a lot. Thanks, guys. I'll see you next time.